Good afternoon, ladies and germs, boys and girls of YouTube. It is back to Knor tastings this week. This week we will be highlighting 4 flavors because, as you can see in front of us, we have a repeat from last week, the creamy chicken. Since my wife could only get me 4 flavors that we haven't highlighted, we will take a quick look-see at those now. We have... Oh, we're not dealing with the rice now. This is going to be cheesy bacon macaroni. And chicken flavored, that's right. But it's a pasta side, not the rice. And we've got stroganoff. Now, I'm looking forward to that one. I love stroganoff. And cheddar broccoli noodles. Well, that's a quick review of what we're going to do this week, boys and girls. We're going to have this one for Friday. And we're going to start with for today. I think we're going to get this one right out of the way. Because, as I told you before, broccoli in these things tends not to work out. Though the one I had last week with broccoli in it was pretty tasty. We're going to get this one done and out of the way. Wait a minute. Let me take a look, see here. Yeah. See, 3 of these require milk. And there's the milk. I've already taken it out of the lunch bag where it's on ice. I want to use up the ones with milk first because, well, our weather is taking a jump. And here in central New England, we're above the freezing mark all week. So keeping milk in the truck cold is going to be a little more difficult. So I think we're going to eat the ones that require milk first, and then we'll eat the rest after that. So, for the moment, let's prep our embrado, and we'll be back as soon as I got this a little further down the road. Stay with me, folks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I know I don't usually show you this part. But this is different than the rice. This product actually requests that we put milk in it. So, let's have a quick look-see. There's that hillbilly beef already cut up in the pot with the macaroni and the cheese mix that came out of the package. Yeah, here we go. That says it wants a half a cup of milk. To be added to it is a cup and a half of water. So, let's bring this down here where I can work with it. Because this big bottle is hard to pour from with one hand. Here we go. And whoa, right there. That's 2 cups. Cup and a half water, half a cup of milk. And in it goes. Very unceremoniously, just dumped in. Okay. I'll get back with you when it's about halfway cooked. Now, boys and girls, I wasn't kidding about today being as warm as it is. This is an instant read thermometer, laser thermometer. There's the front end of my bus on the shady side. Okay. I hope that's coming through. It is 54 degrees out there, boys and girls. No kidding. And that's in the shade. Imagine if I aim this sucker up here at the front end, where it's not in the shade. Oh, it's still reading 54. So, I guess that tire, even being in the shade, is being heated by the sun. And boy, let me tell you, it feels a lot warmer where it's beating on me. Considering 3 days ago, we were down in the almost to 0 and below. That's a 60-degree departure from what it was here a week ago. Ooh, it's a heat wave, boys and girls. Germs, what do you say we take a look? It's about halfway through, I guess. Oh, my, look at that. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. I like macaroni and cheese. I like cheese on my broccoli. Based on those two facts, this should be excellent. It's hot. Yeah, it don't quite have the cheesy flavor yet. You know what? I came prepared for that. I run into that from time to time. These box dinner things that just don't have the cheese flavor. So I went to Dollar Tree and I picked me up a tub of sharp cheddar just in case. Because, like with that mushroom, I told you it didn't have enough flavor last week or week before, whatever it was. Well, I'm not going to take a chance this ain't got enough cheesy flavor. So, I'm hedging my bet. We'll see you when it's ready. Oh, welcome back, YouTube. It is, I believe, lunchtime. Let me get this put up here in this thing and let's have a look. See, what do you think? Well, that's not going to work. I can't get it to turn until I get it tuck its head down. Okay, you should be able to just about see this when I lift the lid. Yeah, smells like broccoli. Looks like it's pretty well cooked all the way through now. Not very much juice left in it. Looks good, huh? Bring you back around here like that. And yes, I've got all the windows open. It got a little warm in here with this cooking and my tea on to heat. I showed you the instant read thermometer. Wow. Nice. Just a mite bit hot. Pull these windows back up just a skosh now that I've got cooled off in here. Still waiting for that tea to come to the heat. In case you're trying to figure out what I talk about when I say bringing my tea to the heat. There's my coffee, my cowboy coffee pot. And pre-made, pre-sweetened. All I gotta do is measure it out for the thermos, put it in the pot, heat it up. It's awful hard to actually brew tea, then sweeten it and put it in the thermos here in the truck, and have it still be hot when you're done. It's just simply expedient. Now if I were just sitting by the bank at my campsite, I'd simply brew it right there on the spot. 1 or 2 cups at a time, not a whole pot full. But because of what I do for a living, where I work, you know, bugger me. Hang on a second. Stay with me, folks. There we go. That should be better. Get it up a little higher so you can actually see me and my pretty smiling face. Ha ha. I know it's not my fault. Mama left me with looks that need a pork chop and get the dogs to play with me. Now I can tell you this, like most other broccoli dinners, it's a lot of little itty bitty green flakes here. Now that some of the steam has stopped, I'll give you more of a look inside the pot. I saw one large flowerette when I poured it out of the package, but that's kind of been apparently torn all to bits in the cooking process. Nope. Okay, there it is. There's that one big piece, and it's even reduced, like I said. You just barely make. There it is. That's it. That's the biggest piece I saw when I poured it out. Yeah, and that one piece chewed kind of like broccoli. Yeah. Now there are some smaller pieces, but they've mostly been torn to bits in the cooking process. I think they overdid it drying them or something. I don't know. Getting hot in here again. Roll them back down again. Well, The cheesy factor, well, I've had better. But I've had far worse, too. Oh, look at that. My tea is coming up to the boil. Let's turn that down. And slide it back so it's not right over the fire. Now, I've picked up a bit of new kit today to add to my bug out bag. And rather than show you the whole bag again in the future, I'll just show you the new piece of kit. A solar-powered light. Picked it up at the Dollar Tree for $1. When I got to looking at it, I was expecting to find a switch. Not so much. I guess it's time for me to mod it myself. I will take it apart, and I'll have to cut a wire and solder in a switch. Good thing I know how. And it comes with a stake. But you know, I think I can find far more useful purposes for this bit and that bit. That right there, I kind of think is going to be turned into a slow match. Get me a piece of cotton rope to go in there. And this bit, well, I'll find use for, there's always use for a plastic stake of some sort. This will go in my, well, for lack of a better term, tent. Though I wouldn't exactly call it a tent. But I had it up here, tethered up here by my rear view mirror so that it could charge into sun. That's the plan there anyhow. Well, there were some bigger pieces that I missed when I poured it out. Not many, but some. Now, you're going to want a pot with a better fitting lid. The lid I've got with this pot was actually, I believe, for one size larger. And when it steams, stuff comes dripping out here when this should match up like this inside the rim instead of on the outside of the rim. That's what I'm trying to say. And the cooking juice come dripping out. Now with the rice, it comes out dripping out pretty much clear water. With this, it's kind of milky. So this is not a good match for the pot, but it's the only pot I've got that the wife won't complain if I take it with me in the truck, because I bought this at a tag sale. Yeah, I think I give a quarter for this pot and lid. Hey, you do what you got to do. As a matter of fact, that's the only reason I bought this pot, was for cooking here in the truck for work lunch. I done showed you my bush cook pot. The stainless steel one. Maybe one of these days I'll show you how to cook stuff in that instead of in this one. Yes, I've been practicing with it outside in the woods, cooking over an open fire, cooking over alcohol stoves, you name it. Well, I won't say it's terrible, it's not. It's not very cheesy. And you follow the directions, cook it until the moisture's gone or almost gone. Shut it off and let it steam for a while. Pasta does soak up the liquid and it does get tender. Like I say, could use, you know what? Can use some salt, I think. Maybe even a dash of pepper. Pepper. Salt. Now, I'm not going to add onion or garlic or chicken. Wrong kind of meal for that stuff. But a dash of salt and pepper might just help immensely. So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't understand what I'm showing you right now, this is called self-sufficiency and working on the fly. Okay? Not something that is very well taught anymore. Don't need that pad anymore. That's cooled off enough to... Ooh, maybe I spoke too soon. Woohoo, still hot on the tummy. You see, there's nothing wrong with expediency. Expediency can be a good thing. Self-sufficiency is always a good thing. Trouble is, we live in a nanny state. Politicians have been handing stuff out to people to make them dependent on the politicians for years. And that's why we are in the straits we are in. Somebody got to pay for that. Don't get me wrong. Charity's a fine thing for widows and orphans. But if you can get off your butt and get to work, that's what you should be doing. Case in point, boys and girls, take a look at me. I'm overweight. I have severe fibromyalgia, which has been flaring for 3 weeks. I have rheumatoid and psoriatic arthritis, which have been flaring for 3.5 weeks. Hey.
Something about the Iditarod, huh?
Yeah, they had to move it. Not enough snow. This is when? Tonight? No, the 9th. Don't have my specs on would help. Okay. Okay, alright. No big deal. Something they want me to do for the school. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yes. Doctors tell me I am 100% disabled. They've been telling me that since 2004. But you know what? I've been working anywhere from 12 to 16 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week, since they said it. I'm still out here pulling the wagon. So if you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, granted, I'm not working 40 hours a week right now. I'm working 20-something. That's all the work I can get. But I'm still out here pulling the wagon. If you're not, you should try and find something to earn $1. I don't care what it is. You have to figure out what you're able to do. Okay? Because guess what? Social Security ain't going to be there forever. Politicians have given it out like candy. And they've depleted the funds. And now we're on a downward spiral for our population. And it used to be there were 6 workers for every person collecting Social Security of one type or another. It's now more like 6 people collecting for every 2 that are working. And that, my friends, is unsustainable. Budgeting wise, Social Security in all of its durations makes up nearly 1/3 of the U.S. budget. And please remember, the most efficient way to spend $1 is when I earn $1 and I go spend it on myself. The next most efficient way to spend $1 is when I earn it and I go spend it on you. The absolutely least efficient way to spend $1 or $1 trillion is when I earn it, the government takes it, and spends it on you. That is always the least efficient way to spend $1 or $1 trillion. Doesn't matter. Well, I will tell you that the salt and pepper helps. Brings the cheesy flavor up a little bit. The pepper helped. Puts a little bite in it. I like a little bite. But it's still just not my homemade macaroni and cheese, which I'll do for you one of these days. But as lunchtime crack filler goes, pretty good. It's Prepper Embarado with another Knor tasting. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.